What's up, anime fam? Today we're diving into the top 10 anime like Solo Leveling, with overpowered main characters who break the system, rewrite destiny, and leave everyone speechless. Let's unlock pure power fantasies together? Kicking off with number 10, Kaiju No. 8, 2024. Kafka Hibino, an ordinary cleanup worker, gains the power to transform into a kaiju, giving him superhuman strength as he fights to protect humanity from monstrous threats. Now listen, Kaiju No. 8 is not just a battle anime, it's about finally living the dream when life keeps telling you you're washed up. Kafka's in his 30s, still stuck in a dead-end job, and then boom, fate drops a kaiju power inside him. Talk about a midlife upgrade. What I love here is how it flips the Solo Leveling vibe. Sung Jin-woo started weak and leveled up solo. Kafka starts old and tired, but suddenly he's this unstoppable weapon the government doesn't fully trust. That tension between being humanity's best hope and its biggest threat is what makes this series pop. Plus, the animation in 2024? Fire. Studio nailed the destruction scenes. And let's be real, who doesn't want to turn into a kaiju when life keeps throwing bills at you? Honestly, Kafka feels like all of us, except with fists that could one-shot a skyscraper. Sliding to number 9. Failure Frame. I became the strongest and annihilated everything with low-level spells, 2024. Abandoned in another world as useless, Tuca gains overwhelming hidden powers from supposedly weak spells and swears vengeance on those who mocked, betrayed, and discarded him. Failure Frame is peak petty revenge turned ultimate glow-up. Tuca's story starts with humiliation, literally tossed aside by his classmates like trash, but his weak ability? Yeah, it's secretly busted beyond comprehension. The Solo Leveling energy here is strong. Underestimated protagonist, sudden rise to terrifying dominance, and the sweetest part, watching him return the disrespect with compound interest. And trust me, when he starts flexing his so-called failure powers, it feels like karmic justice for anyone who's ever been overlooked. I vibe with this because anime like these remind you sometimes rejection is just redirection into your god-tier arc. The battles are dark, bloody, and fueled with vengeance, so if you like your overpowered MCs with a little edge and saltiness, Tuca delivers. Honestly, this series scratches that itch for ruthless retribution in the best way. Landing on number 8, my instant death ability is so overpowered, 2024. Yogiri Takato gains an absurd ability. He can kill anything instantly with no effort, making him a terrifyingly calm, unbeatable presence in every encounter. This anime is straight up hilarious, because Yogiri is the definition of unbothered. Everyone around him is panicking, stressing about survival, and this guy, he yawns and deletes enemies like apps on a phone. It's overpowered energy, but with this dry, casual humor that makes you love him. If Sung Jin-woo was grinding solo, Yogiri is like, why grind when one glare equals game over? The best part is how oblivious he is to just how broken his ability is. Like, bro doesn't even flex, he just exists, and people drop. Watching him navigate dangerous worlds without breaking a sweat is pure comedy. It's like watching a cat bat away lions. Honestly, if you've ever wanted an MC who takes zero stress and lets the body count speak, instant death ability is it. You'll laugh and still be hyped at every ridiculous takedown. Looking at number 7. Chain Soldier, 2024. Yuki Wakura gains the ability to transform into a powerful weapon, serving a squad of elite female fighters battling dangerous monsters from another dimension. Chain Soldier blends power fantasy with chaotic teamwork. Yuki is technically the weapon, but the women he fights alongside? Absolute beasts. And the way he levels up through this weird contract dynamic is wild. It's like if Solo Leveling decided to add spicy, unpredictable team chemistry into the mix. The fights here are crazy stylish, and Yuki's transformation sequences give that raw thrill of watch the weakling become the ultimate weapon. What I enjoy most is how the series balances comedy, action, and that slight edge of awkwardness between Yuki and his squad. It keeps the story fun while still delivering insane, overpowered vibes. Honestly, Yuki feels like a reverse Jinwoo. He's not a lone wolf, but the weapon everyone else depends on. And let's be real, who wouldn't want the job of being humanity's ultimate weapon surrounded by badass warriors? Sign me up. Rolling into number 6, Ari Ferreira, From Commonplace to World's Strongest, Season 3, 2024. Hajime Nagumo, betrayed and left for dead in a dungeon, survives by evolving into a ruthless powerhouse with powerful weapons and unmatched survival instincts. Arifureta Season 3 takes Hajime's journey from tragic betrayal to unstoppable juggernaut even further. Honestly, this man went from bullied nobody to don't mess with me or regret it instantly. Hajime's evolution has always hit hard for me because it blends bitterness with brilliance. Unlike Jinwoo's system leveling, Hajime builds his own arsenal, crafting insane weapons and tech that make him a one-man army. By Season 3, the stakes are higher, the fights are nastier, and his bond with US stays strong, grounding him even when he's slaughtering enemies left and right. I vibe with Hajime because he's proof that sometimes being underestimated is the best fuel for greatness. It's revenge, survival, and absolute domination packed into one journey. If you liked solo leveling's grind, but want extra brutality and romance, Arifureta delivers. Crashing into number 5, Luvi 999 no Murabito, the villager of level 999, 2026. A supposedly ordinary villager breaks RPG logic by maxing out his level to 999, becoming more powerful than any hero, demon lord, or god in existence. This series is straight up every gamer's ultimate fantasy. We've all started as Villager A in RPGs, the nobody background character with zero destiny. But here, that villager is secretly maxed out, making the so-called chosen heroes look like side quests. The comedy of watching everyone underestimate him before he casually nukes enemies is priceless. And the OP flexing? Non-stop. It's the same I shouldn't even be this strong energy that solo leveling fans love, except it's wrapped in this clever satire of RPG tropes. Personally, I love how Love 999 no Murabito reminds us, don't sleep on the quiet ones. They might just be carrying hidden cheat codes. It's goofy, it's hype, and it feels so satisfying to watch an underdog break the entire game system. Storming number 4, Eliseed, 2026. Jiwoo, a kind-hearted boy with lightning powers, teams up with a mysterious teacher to protect the world, all while hiding his insane strength from others. If you've read the webtoon, you already know how fire Eliseed is, and 2026 is when the anime drops. Jiwoo is that wholesome kid energy, wrapped around absurd speed and power. He's basically what you'd get if Flash and solo leveling had a baby. Ridiculous reflexes, lightning strikes, and a heart that actually cares. What makes Jiwoo special isn't just the power flex, but how he uses it. While Jinwoo embraced solitude, Jiwoo builds bonds, finding strength in friendship and loyalty. The battles? High-octane lightning storms that will leave your jaw on the floor. And the comedy between characters keeps it from being too heavy. Personally, Jiwoo's mix of kindness and overwhelming dominance makes him refreshing. You root for him not just because he's strong, but because he actually deserves to be the hero. Eliseed is about to electrify anime the same way solo leveling lit up 2024. Breaking into number 3, Frieren, Beyond Journey's End, Season 2, 2026. Synopsis, 25 words. Frieren, an immortal elf mage, continues her journey reflecting on life, loss, and legacy, quietly wielding powers that dwarf anything her companions or enemies can comprehend. Frieren is different from the usual overpowered shoutfests, but don't get it twisted, her magical ability is god tier. This is quiet dominance. She doesn't need to prove anything, yet when she flexes, it's awe-inspiring. Season 2 digs deeper into her emotional arc, balancing overwhelming magical feats with heartbreaking reflections on mortality. As someone who loves solo leveling's relentless grind, Frieren feels like the calmer, philosophical cousin. An anime that says, yes, I'm broken strong, but strength is meaningless without purpose. Personally, this show hit me harder than expected. Watching Frieren cast spells casually stronger than armies, while reminiscing on friendships long gone, hits that bittersweet nerve. It's not just power fantasy, it's power with soul. And if you've ever wanted an overpowered MC with depth and vulnerability, Frieren delivers beautifully. Clashing at number 2, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3, 2020-26. Yuji Itadori and sorcerers face escalating battles against curses, while Gojo Satoru's return cements him as the ultimate overpowered sorcerer, dominating the supernatural battlefield. Season 3 of Jujutsu Kaisen, this is the comeback fans have been begging for. Gojo's overpowered aura is basically the definition of hype. Domain expansions, limitless techniques, and sheer swagger. If Solo Leveling had Sung Jinwoo as the God-tier hunter, JJK has Gojo Satoru as the God-tier sorcerer, who casually styles on curses like they're warm-ups. The animation in this upcoming season is already one of the most anticipated, and honestly, the stakes are insane. For me, what makes JJK so addictive is that balance between Yuji's growth, Megumi's dark arc, and Gojo just flexing on entire curse armies. Overpowered doesn't even cover it. It's iconic. Watching Gojo in action reminds me of why anime keeps us coming back. Sometimes you just want to see someone untouchable, unstoppable, and unbothered dominate everything. Finally, number 1, Fist of the North Star Reboot 2026. Synopsis, 25 words, Kenshiro, the wandering martial artist, wields the deadly Hokuto Shinken, striking pressure points that cause enemies to explode in brutal, legendary displays of raw strength. Commentary, 150 words. This reboot? Straight chills. Fist of the North Star is the granddaddy of overpowered protagonists. Before Solo Leveling even existed, Kenshiro was out here casually telling enemies, "You're already dead," before they popped like fireworks. The 2026 reboot brings that legendary vibe back with modern animation, and honestly, I can't wait. Kenshiro is brutal, stoic, and iconic, walking through wastelands, destroying gangs, and still carrying this aura of tragic loneliness. If Jinwoo is the sleek new face of OP anime, Kenshiro is the OG sensei who set the standard. For me, watching Kenshiro feels like watching history in motion, the pure, raw essence of anime power fantasy. And with the reboot, a whole new generation gets to experience his legendary aura. Mark my words, this will be one of the most talked about anime of 2026. And there you have it, 10 anime that capture the same overpowered thrill we love from Solo Leveling. Whether it's revenge-driven, comedic, or legendary, each one proves that unstoppable protagonists never get old. Which of these are you hyped for the most? Drop your thoughts below, smash that like button now, and I'll catch you in the next one.